It's showtime, baby. Let's go. Woo! Show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Iceman Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of my new tailgate. I swear we're going to have more information coming out here very, very shortly, but just to give you a brief synopsis of it, we're going to be at the Monday Lager House each and every Bengals home game for a tailgate that you can come and enjoy. There will be a fee to get in, but you get access to delicious wine food, access to delicious wine beer, access to the new bourbon room, access to the former Bengal players that we're going to have there. I'm going to be there. Cap's going to be there. We're going to have a lot and lots of fun, so make sure you guys check it out. I'll also be doing a show there each and every Tuesday at the Moreline Lager House. But between now and then, please go check out the Moreline Lager House and tell them I sent you. And if you're looking for it is Chicken Wing Week, so get out to Midwest Best Barbecue. Check out the new Dillinator wings. Get the CTB wings. Get the Uno wings. Get the G-Funk. Get any kind of wings you want. They're all delicious. Like I said, you can throw a dartboard at the menu and pick something to eat. I guarantee you will love it. Go out there and tell Tim and Nicole I sent you. Also, if you guys are looking for windows and doors, check out Meyer Windows and Doors at www.meyercincinnati.com. I got them in my house. You should get them in yours. They are energy efficient, great windows. Hey, and you can meet Matty Myers and see the Jackpot Joe Mobile. Be kind of cool. So again, check out Meyer Windows and Doors. Awesome. Well, my West Side peeps, you're looking for a cool place to go. Check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Right in the heart of Cheviot. They got free parking right across the street. Big ass TV screen, beer specials. They got food trucks there. It is an awesome, awesome time. Awesome place. Please check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. What is up to everybody in the chat? You guys are blowing it up already. You got Strangers in there, Brad's in there, Dalton's in there, Paul Painter's in there, Rocket Bengals in there, Crip, my boy's in there, Tony Blaze, the Pork Chop, Matt, and Michael. What is going on to everybody in the chat? I had an awesome time. Got to go down to training camp today. It is open to the public. Got to see BJ Hill and his freshly new blonde hair. Now, I'm curious. Zach Taylor said, he said if, I like to say when the Bengals win the Super Bowl this year, he's going to dye his hair blonde. I wonder if Cap might be willing to do that. Let's ask him. What up, Cap?
What's going on? The funny thing is, I had all kinds of stuff I wanted to say to start that would have been funny. At least I think it would have been funny. But you mentioned the blonde hair. Mm-hmm. I posted that. I had a haircut scheduled Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I had a wedding to go to on Saturday. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So I go to the wedding, blessed to be invited by Olivia Ray TV. Honestly, one of the best we've had ever in Cincinnati covering the teams we love.
Right.
She does it the old school way. She's got engaging stories. It's real journalism. No one's trying to spin negativity for clicks. It's a little upbeat, but it's not too gushy. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. It's funny because I met her professor. Now I know why. That dude is absolutely amazing. He's one of those guys that they make movies about. The coolest professor I have ever met. But anyway, she comes up to us. The first thing out of her mouth is, I'm disappointed that you're not cut.
You're not blonde.
The First words out of her mouth. We're celebrating her and her fantastic new husband. First words out of her mouth to us. I'm a little disappointed you're not crew cut and blonde.
I'm
I loved
disappointed.
it. I
I'm very.
through and through, she is Cincinnati through and through while she's here. I guarantee we won't be able to keep her forever. She's too good. All the good ones leave.
They do.
You
They
know,
do.
luckily
Yeah,
Lindsey Patterson, is sticking around. But she, season ticket holders and everything else, and she does a great job. So
Lindsay
yeah,
is awesome. I've had.
we're lucky.
Yeah, Lindsay's been on the show a couple times. Trying to get Olivia Ray on the show still. She said she'd come on sometime. I know she's been busy, so I understand. I texted her and said congratulations too on the wedding. So yeah, like I said, I personally am too a little disappointed you haven't dyed the hair blonde yet. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're waiting on. I mean, come on.
It might be coming. The only fear is Joe Burrow has way more hair than I do. And I'm not talking just me now. Like, even when I was a kid, I had a giant forehead.
You had a Peyton Manning forehead?
Yeah, I mean, it's more Peyton. I mean, perfect example. Imagine Peyton Manning with that.
Right.
It's not going to look the same.
No, it's not going to look the same.
Like, Burrow's hair is so thick,
Yeah.
and it's like the perfect hairline and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't have that anymore, so it's gonna be like a beak down, and then a lot of nothing, and then coming back around, and then a little nothing up here. Which I'm 6'3", so very few people get to see, but it might look weird. So I would consider bicking it and wearing a toupee, a blonde toupee, which might be hilarious. That I would, you know what? I just thought of that. The beard, Brad, good idea. Man, that's tough.
Yeah,
that's
because the hair. I mean, you can cut the hair, the beard. You'd have to dye it back, and that would be hard to do.
I mean, I don't mind the color. It's just getting the color right.
Right, yeah.
It's going to be so. I've got red tones in my beard. It's hard to see normal.
Everybody says just dye everything.
It's going to come out orange. I've done that. Okay. Random story. I don't know why. I'm a weird dude. So I've got blue eyes. And back in the day, girls used to comment on the blue eyes a lot. So I'm like, I'm going to make it even worse. I dyed my hair jet black.
Yeah.
I had a goatee I dyed black. I dyed my eyebrows black, so it looked like I really did have black hair. I look like Satan. I look like if Satan was a dude that was like trying to charm people and whatever in the mall, because I worked at the mall at the time. That's what it was. Creepy. It was so creepy. So yeah, I've done that.
I'm glad you don't look like the devil. That's good. But for everybody who's wanting to know where Corey is, Corey's got some stuff going on. He may or may not be able to join us today. Not sure, so still hold out hope that the newest member of the Bengals Ring of Honor, Corey Dillon, will be able to join us. But let's get to this here. I'm going to go with Michael here. Cap, I need to know your opinion on the Chase deal and what's going on. Now, we did see some video today that Chase was catching footballs off a judgment machine today.
And he has been.
Yeah, with the helmet on and everything. So he's doing something. I was down there. He was walking around most of the time when I was there. But he's doing something.
Yeah. You know what? Again, I tell people, check out his Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Check out his Twitch, if only because he is absolutely hilarious. When the dude starts laughing, I can't help but laugh. Like, he's got to be a blast to party with. But Chase doesn't seem too bothered. Now, I've made comments where I'm not bothered at all. And some people interpreted that I think there's no contract issue. There's obviously, I hate hearing issue because it makes it sound like there's some horrible. Contracts are tough. They're always tough. Sometimes Burrow's contract was tough. No one heard about it because it didn't happen around camp. Joey Carr, I appreciate you. It didn't happen around camp. And they were super. I cannot believe. I can, because Joe Burrow is super secretive. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go into other rumors about Joe Burrow and his life, stuff like that, but we've heard them, and it's been nothing. Like nothing's leaked. It blows my mind how good Joe is. at keeping that quiet. It happens. It happened there. It's happening. Jamar wanted a contract by now. I don't know exactly what the issue is. I've got a feeling it's not total. I've got a feeling it's parts of how the contract is structured.
It's probably the guaranteed
Got a
money
feeling
and
it's
stuff.
guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
guarantees.
That's a hold up.
I want the NFL to get rid of the escrow requirement for guarantees, because you take, and then somebody will say, well, then sell the team. If a small family can't, blah, blah. You know what? It's their team.
Yeah.
They should not have to sell because of a stupid rule. That rule was put into place back in the day when teams might not, they might fold. They might not be able to afford it. That's not the case anymore. TV contracts grow like crazy. And if you've ever paid attention to the TV contracts, you think, oh man, this got to be nearing the end. No. I've been looking long enough.
And everything else coming out.
I thought it was crazy. I'm like, there's no way it can keep at this pace. Like the cap's going to go up like crazy. Every single contract comes up with TV rights. So we don't need an escrow rule. And I guarantee then, which could change the NFL dramatically, a lot more guaranteed contracts would come out. With all that said, Zach Taylor is a smart football coach and he's a great speaker. I feel like I could beat him in poker. I do. I think he knows the numbers. I think he knows the odds really well. But I don't think he would be able to do such a casual job explaining away the situation with Jamar. I believe they really have talked.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that Zach understands.
I believe they're close.
Jamar's ready right now.
Yeah,
Jamar is game one ready to put up 200 on the Patriots right now. Players, I'm telling you, from the players, they hate preseason games. All the talk of starters playing, they don't want to. Most of them don't want to. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
You get guys who have performed at the level that Chase has and worked his tail off in the offseason like he has. You know what, honestly? Give him another week off. Yeah,
one good thing is he doesn't have a chance of getting hurt. He's not doing anything.
That part. Listen, Corey coming out and all of us all the time. We're like, that part.
Yeah, that part. I know. We all say that part.
I say it all the time now.
I know. I say it all the time now. I'll be. You be talking. And I'll be, yeah, that part. Like you're like, all right, Corey. Like, yep. he rubs off on us. But I want to get to.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not either. Let me get the key story here about his bleaching. He said, I could top that, Cap. Back in the early 80s, went to Myrtle Beach, got sun poisoning, and used sun bleach in my hair. Looked like Rod Stewart with third-degree burns.
No fist bump or the fist pump for the third-degree burns, but the bleach. Dude, okay, so, yeah, I used to have the 90s hair, the Saved by the Bell, down to the shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
I'll embarrass myself a little bit here. So, I shaved underneath a little bit. And my trick was I put it under the hat. It'd all be tucked in under the hat. I'd be strolling around the mall, and I'd see some cute girls coming up, and I'd take it off and just kind of comb my fingers through it a little bit. And more times than not, because of the time, that was a thing. Girls would stop and talk about the hair, want to touch the hair. I get phone numbers.
Why do you think we did it?
It was fishing. It was fishing. I loved it. So I'm a big fan of the sun in. I use sun in, get the natural looking highlights.
Oh, I got pictures of me with blonde
y'all are gonna make fun of me. I don't care.
I got pictures of me with blonde highlights. I actually got pictures. My friends call it my floppy hair days, where I did the same thing. I just grew it real long on top and shaved it all around the sides. And my hair, if you've ever seen my hair long, which isn't very often, it gets curly as hell. So it was all wavy and everything. And there's some pictures of it, and they're like, "What in the hell were you trying to do?" I'm like, "That was a style, man. That's what we wore back
exactly."
Then.
So, Chop, am I missing something? He's asking yes or no. Dance off between me and Jackpot Joey before the season starts. I'm always down for a dance off, but I'm guessing, was Joe dancing somewhere?
I don't know. I saw that. I saw that comment, and I didn't know what he's talking about. So that's why.
Let me know what I'm missing,
So I'm
Chop.
not sure what he's talking about, honestly.
Now I will.
He also said that he said, "Where's the Showtime baby?" at the beginning of the show, which it was on there too. So I played that. You know, I was saying it's Showtime baby at the beginning of the show. That was
Pork
on the
Chop
show.
is 3 brownies deep right now, and we're glad he's here. And Joey Carr, again, thank you. The fan of the year stuff. I really appreciate that. I got to give a shout out here to Jay Ice for helping me tune my approach here, because hey, go to my Twitter. I've always shouted out somebody else for like fan of the year, stuff like that. And okay, there is some real drama. I've got screenshots of people actively like saying that they've talked to the team against me, trying to ruin my chances. That is a real thing. It's unfortunate. It hurts sometimes, but overall, like, I got to shrug it off. I don't care. Like, y'all have been so supportive of me. The team seems to shrug it off. So it is what it is, but some people suck. It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
But when I say like, I don't care about it, you know, Jeff here reminded me of like, oh, I don't mean that I don't care. Like it would be an incredible honor. My point of view is like, I don't need it. There's so many fans that are great.
Yeah, you don't need it, but it'd be nice.
Yeah. So to clarify my previous remarks, I don't know what I do. It would
You'd
cry. It might be the opposite. I might jump in the air. If Zach's there, I might pick the man up.
Oh, God. That would be awesome if Zach Taylor's what
it might be at the end where it hits me, then I cry, or I could be screaming and crying or jumping around. I don't know. I could streak.
Streak.
Word of the day, apparently.
Yeah.
Streak. We all got the emails on the streak. So seriously, I appreciate it, partly because like some of the hate I get, I worry about it too much. It's my fault. I can't help it. So it helps me keep doing what I'm doing and partying with y'all. And it really means a lot. Like I'm just a dude cheering for a team. And exactly. I appreciate all of it.
Like one thing, you guys were at the Village of Marici this past weekend, and Hube put it out there, and you were out there karaokeing with them and have a good time. And I just said, this is stuff that, he does this stuff all the time and never tells anybody. I'm like, that's fan of the material.
Now I asked, I did want to, and I'll get to that. I'll go through some chat here real quick, but I do want to tell more about that. And I may not, I may just use her post, but I did want to tell a story, and there's a reason for that, and I'll get to that in a second. Okay, I'm going to jump around then. Rebecca, where'd it go? Weak talk, Cap, good dude. You don't deserve that. Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. I really do mean it.
Shocked about the thing. They said he had a video doing that dance where
he did it again.
I guess
he did it again. Hey,
I guess.
Unless he's thinking of the playoff run.
Maybe.
It might be 4 brownies. I'm here for where Chop takes us. Chop's behind the wheel. We're just along for the ride.
We're just hanging on.
Dalton Stone, I wanted to hear what Corey thinks of Joe Goodberry rankings. LOL.
I think funny. You heard about it on Twitter probably.
That was hilarious, and I'm sorry. Okay, so the quick story, if y'all didn't know, Goodberry's kind of helped me grow as like an online presence because I was a shithead. I came from Cincy Jungle, and I argued with people about Andy Dalton all the time. I'm like, you know what? Let's be honest. Second rounder. We went to the playoffs like every year, and we had a lot of issues with coaching, play calling, whatever. The dude was pretty damn good. He's not Joe Burrow, but he's also not the number one pick in the league.
I argued that all the time. My argument with him all the time was like, everybody's like, we got to get a new one. I'm like, who? Who are you going to get? Like,
and there's a problem. You're in that in between, that land in between where, and then we got the guy, Joe Burrow, and now we're happier. It's like, yeah, but I don't think that he needed the hate. So I'm always arguing with Cincy Jungle. I come to Twitter because the costume got some. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can use it to try to recruit new fans or share. Because back in the day, and I hope they bring it back, we used to get a stadium tour for every ticket we have. 13. Mm-hmm. So we would go, and then we've got 11 extra stadium tours. And I'm telling you, everyone that I was able to bring with us to be around it, like I remember like the goosebumps that I first got being on the field and being in the locker room and like seeing. I'm saying like a lot.
like oh my God, like Damian Schoon, like for real, like seriously.
Calm down. I was excited to be around it all, and my belief is if people really knew the team like we did, and that was interacting with front office, it was going to the charity events, it's being around the players. You know, again, you want to talk about stuff that's not heard. You know, hey, I love all the new, you know, costume fans or whatever that we've got going on, and we need more. Yes. I'm all for it. Like, I'll be weird. The whole stadium, pick a costume. Just make it super weird. They said
Comic-Con in San Diego. We'll have Comic-Con here.
Super weird. I love it. I absolutely love it. But, you know, back in 2014, we were going to Taste of the Bengals, three-store food bank. That was 3 years prior to me finding. I always wanted something. Nothing. Like, I'm not going to just do something. It had to just come from somewhere, and
that fits. Something that
this
fits.
Couldn't have been the more.
No, it fit perfectly.
Know,
I'm like, dude,
my self-deprecating sense of humor.
First time I met you, I'm like, dude, you look just like the dude. I'm like,
that's unfortunate for me, but hey, I'll take it. I'm getting his hairdo slowly but surely. Damn it. But yeah, you know, all the way back to 2014, and there weren't, you know, I've talked to Houday Baby about it. You know, he didn't make some of those events and stuff like that, and we were. So I got to know a lot of the executives. I got to talk to coaches. I got to talk to players. That's how I developed friendships with players, was through charities. And if other fans who were on the fence, because we needed season ticket members bad back then, people were giving up. And I totally see why. If they could just see it, they'd come on board. So I came to Twitter, and Goodberry, during that time, super negative. I'm like, I can't stand this guy. Yeah, I think I've told people that I hated Joe Goodberry.
Yeah, you guys weren't vibing.
He had such a large following. And hey, I'll say it. You know, he'd post stuff about plays, and I'd hit up a coach, and the coach is like, "That's not right." You know, but many years later, the Jaguars game, was it Thursday night? Yeah. We came back and we won, and everybody met up the night before, and his brother Glenn.
Oh yeah. When I was there, I got you.
He was there, and he comes up to me. And he starts talking about Joe. And Glenn was drinking. He starts talking about Joe. And he said something because Joe had blocked me before and then unblocked me because I was petty. That's when I would argue with people. Like I would defend the Bengals so vehemently that I was unfairly a jerk. And that interaction has helped me become. It's like, all right, you know what? People are allowed to blow off steam. I'm not going to win anybody over by being a jerk back. Nope. So he says something that stuck to me to this day. He's like, you know, Joe's actually come to me and asked for advice on how to deal with you because of the things that I've said.
Right.
And I could have cried. Because I'm like, that's not the point. Like, the costume's funny. The costume's corny. I've got, hey, I just talked about it a few minutes ago. I accidentally looped all this around. You know, I know what it's like to be bothered by comments like that. And it shouldn't take up our mental space. Everybody, you know, take care of your mentals. It shouldn't, you don't want to take criticism from anyone you would not take advice from. And I hammer that. But you know what? It's hard sometimes. I don't want to be that person. And here I was that person to Joe. I'm like, Glenn, I'm gonna hug him. And I kid you not, I don't think we said hi first. And I hugged him. We start talking, and I'm telling you, Joe is one of the coolest dudes because
He is.
I think we're too much alike.
Yes.
He shared his point of view. I shared my point of view. And almost immediately, I'm like, I hate the fact that I see some of your good posts, and I won't like it. I'll scroll anyway.
I remember Joe's like, he was seeing lots going. I'm not liking that either. Yeah, I remember you can't say that. That was funny as hell.
You've got some good stuff, but I'm not going to like it.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, we're the same type of where he's coming from, though. Mm-hmm. His personality is not that dress up cheerleader type. Mm-hmm. I'll admit I can be like that. I see the negative. Mm-hmm. I just don't choose to deal Jamar Chase right now because I know he's going to be playing. He's going to take the first snap and he's going to go off for 200 yards of Patriots. I keep saying 200 because that's what it is. I got the almanac from the future. It's 200 yards, 200 plus. So
do you have
hammer the over.
Do you have a DeLorean too?
Not yet.
Okay.
You see, they're coming out. They're coming back with a DeLorean.
All right. Well, they are. Well, they got. Yeah. Well, they got the guy. Somebody in Texas bought like the whole inventory of DeLoreans. It's down in Texas, so you can build.
Well, there's a new one coming. Apparently,
really.
I saw
who's making that?
A leak. Hopefully, it wasn't AI, and I just got duped because anyway. So yeah, it was a great conversation, and everything that Joe says, it's from the heart, and he really wants them to win.
Yeah,
and he spends a lot of time learning for his own interest. Time that I would love to spend. Unfortunately, a lot of it's cybersecurity. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let creators who are going after the film continue to do that. I love the fact that we've got people to do that because we all don't have to pitch in. Mm-hmm. We can let Joe cook.
Oh yeah,
and like
absolutely.
that.
He's good at it too. I'll let him do it.
That video where he had like 10 million views, I'm like, dude, that's huge. Where he broke down all the things that happened on Joe escaping against the 49ers. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And it's stuff we can use forever. So Joe's put out videos and information about Willie Anderson. Willie has complimented him. It's like, that's one of the best videos to state my case. Joe's going to do the same for Corey. Mm-hmm. Joe loves Corey Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, I think Joe could have been influenced a little bit by like the impact at the time and a little bit try not to sound like a homer. You know, I really do think if he reevaluates it, he could put him top 5.
So,
Corey, now I have not talked to Corey about it yet.
So, yeah. I talked to him a little bit about it, but I mean, for me this weekend, all I did.
Just tell me. Hold on. Just tell me. Huh? Was Corey hamming it up a little bit?
He wasn't very happy. I'll put it that way.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he wasn't.
Okay, we gotta talk to Corey.
I told him I said Joe's like one of your biggest fans. He's like, well, never mind. I like Corey say it.
Then number 13 came out, and it was James Brooks. I was like,
oh shit!
Oh no! But you know what? Joe's gonna do Joe.
Yeah.
You know,
the thing is, like, look, everybody's got opinions. It's not the beat all end all. I mean, if you don't agree, that's fine.
Hey,
right? That's the whole point of it.
If we want to see a different ranking from Joe, let's talk to him about the data, because Joe's gonna be that.
Honestly, I would love to get Joe on here with you sometime. I've been trying to get him on. He was on my show, I don't know, 2 years ago, and he's been too busy to get on. But what I want to say is, because some people thought that I quote tweeted it to get Corey to get mad at Joe, which I did not. Dude, that was not my intent whatsoever. I just quote tweeted.
I thought you were positive. I thought you were pumping him up.
Yeah. All I said was greatest running back in Bengals history, and I tagged Corey Dillon.
I didn't take it that way.
Yeah. So, and so Corey was already going after Joe, apparently, on his original post. They started going after him on my retweet. So I said, Joe Gobert, I can't ever get an answer back on DMs. So I contacted Glenn, and I was like, hey, let Joe know I wasn't trying to stir nothing up at all, dude. I'm like, I'm going to say, in my opinion, he's the greatest running back in Bengals history. So that's my own opinion. We're allowed to have our own opinions, and you're allowed to debate about it and still be friends. So, to me, Corey Dillon's top 5, but that's just that's my
here with the ranking thing. Here's what you should think about, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna let them handle that, but I guarantee you that Joe would say Corey Dillon deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's ranked 14. Mm-hmm. I would bet that he would not make the same case for James Brooks at 13. That should tell you all about it's a complicated brain, up there.
That's why he's got Bengals on the brain. He's got Bengals on the brain.
So,
yeah. So Joe, if you're ever watching, you want to come on and the show again and talk, you talk to this guy, because you guys are
and you know what? Above all, I love the fact that he has such a gigantic following. Like for me, he's the number one following in Bengals.
Yeah.
In the Bengals space.
So.
Because it's just him. There are some accounts with big followings, and there's like 50 people running the account. There's like corporate type backed accounts that are, whatever, and they've got like a little organization. You could say, like, sometimes I feel like ML Football is a Bengals fan, like the way they put stuff out. But
yeah, I know.
But Joe's legit, just Joe, rocking almost 100,000 followers, which is absolutely crazy. So, he started a conversation that's going to continue, and it's going to be super useful when it comes for Hall of Fame stuff. What else we got? Cap.
I got this one.
Okay.
Hold on. T. Brooks here says James Brooks was amazing, better than you think. I watched James Brooks. I'm 49 years old. James Brooks was awesome. So
you don't have to tell me better than I see.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to tell us. James Brooks.
There's never been a back that height and weight. Like, he didn't run from.
No, he ran through him.
He was punishing.
Yeah.
For a large. So somebody's saying Brooks in the Hall of Fame. There's definitely a case to be made.
If they would have won the '88 Super Bowl, he would be in the Hall of Fame. I hate to say it, but yeah.
But
I think so.
Again, because of the back that Brooks was, the stats compared to some other people, it's a harder case than Corey Dillon. Like, Corey Dillon set records, which should still stand today if they didn't milk Jamal for.
I'll tell you this: if you break not one but 2 NFL rushing records by a guy named Jim Brown and a guy named Walter Payton, that alone right there should get you NFL recognition, along with being the all-time Bengals leading rusher and the single season rushing leader for the Patriots and winning a ring.
Yeah, if the 2 records came rookie year and that was it, that's one thing.
Right.
But the fact that he continued to do what he did with the team that he was on, and then 1,600 yards with the Patriots, 1,600.
Yep. They don't win that Super Bowl without him.
No, seriously. I mean, and we've seen them. We've rarely seen them lose, but.
Well, I said that. I told Corey this. If he's on that is the 07 team that was undefeated, if he's on that team, I think they win that Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was just about to say that's that team. That game wouldn't have been close if Corey was in there.
Yeah. Keith here. Crumry should be in the Hall of Fame. To my knowledge, no
nose tackle ever led his team in tackles in a season. Crumry did it 6 times. Another great debate.
Again, if we had won, and I hate this, but if we had won the Super Bowl in '88, he's got a chance.
That's the biggest thing. Like, for me, low-hanging fruit should be easy to push to the Hall. It's not been easy because the Hall, the voters, how do I want to say this? They're starting to see the light of how much love we're going to show them when they finally prove how much of a genius they're all, and they put Willie in.
Yeah, hopefully this year. Hopefully we'll find that out this year.
Exactly. I'm hearing some good things. So,
dude, I'm still pissed he didn't get in last year. I really thought he was getting in last year.
The amount of time they spent talking about him last year,
yeah,
I don't understand. I feel
Why?
like it had to just been a bad combination or something, but it was
They couldn't put two
criminal.
tackles in. They couldn't put two
So
tackles in. I don't know.
you get Willie in, you get Corey in, then I feel like Ken Anderson, of course.
Yes.
You know,
That dude. Honestly, there's guys I can make arguments for, but I don't know if we can get him in. That's
there's more. Ken deserves. There's
Yeah.
more to that story than what we're hearing. There's some personal freaking agendas from voters along with that, and I'll be honest. Ken has mentioned something to that effect prior, so that's going to be a fight. So there's a separation of who can we push in with a little push, and who's worthy. If you compare Krumrie, I mean, you compare Ken Anderson, Joe Goodberry, again, has shown how many people are in the hall at quarterbacks
and do the same
and where Ken Anderson ranks with various different analytics. And he's the only one that's not in.
I always compare him to Dan Fouts. Dan Fouts has been in for years.
The joke that
years. I'm like, let's go look at Dan Fouts' numbers. Oh, and by the way, Dan Fouts never went to a Super Bowl. He never went, not lost them, never went to a Super Bowl. And there's no shade on Dan Fouts. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. But if you're putting Dan Fouts in, how the hell are you not putting Ken Anderson in? Just look at the numbers. It's not even anyway.
Exactly. If I take the outsider, you know, and I don't mention a Brooks or a Krumrie, it's absolutely no disrespect to them. It's the more guys we get in the hall, my opinion, the more weight we have when we speak to a Krumrie, to a Brooks. You know, then we can start to say, oh, look at these Bengals fans. We know what we're talking about. We know ball.
Right. Exactly.
You know, listen to us. We got these guys in. We're telling you these other guys deserve it. And honestly, I feel like when the Bengals win the Super Bowl this year, it's going to help everybody else because, hey, everybody wants to be known. All those voters, if we send them flowers in the mail, Uber gift card, like, thank you so much. Everybody wants to be known as a hero with the popular team, and the Bengals are going to be America's team going forward.
Exactly. And William, they don't go in with helmets on, so you just go in.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
So people asked me that before. Is he going as a Bengal or Patriot? He's just going to go in the Hall of Fame. It's not baseball. They don't put a baseball hat on. They don't put a helmet on. So
now, if I'm Corey, I'm recognizing both teams.
Oh yeah,
like I'm recognizing both fan bases.
Yeah, he's going to.
But I think we've shown him so much more love. But he's also done so much more for our organization. You know, the ring, he did a lot for the Patriots there.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, they don't win that year without him. But there was a little bit more mutual. You know, the Patriots at the time, you could say, were better managed, coached, whatever.
Oh yeah,
you know,
all the above.
So
unfortunately,
they got a lot of rings to show for it. So. I think there's going to be a lot more love for us. I hope.
Move forward.
You know, if it's in doubt, we're going to keep trying. I mean, we got Corey everywhere. So that's why we love him.
Exactly. Now, I got a question for you that for me. All right, I'll put it this way: in 2020, when we drafted Joe Burrow. By 2024, I thought we would have already won a Super Bowl, to be honest. Maybe two. So, I don't mean this as I'm disappointed. I know what happened. I know why it hasn't happened. But were you kind of thinking the same thing in 2020 when we drafted Joe? We'd have one at least by now.
Yep. I'll answer this. Now I'm going to rip through some chat questions. I had a conversation with a member of the family, the Bengals family, yesterday. It's funny you bring this up because I said we're winning it this year. It's a weird feeling for me. It's different from the positivity. Like, oh yeah, you know, everybody could say 17-0, blah blah blah. Yeah, I really feel like we've added some peculiar. Like, I am so interested in Jermaine Burton. I am so. only because Yoshi slept on, Trent Irwin
Yoshi's gonna be
slept
good
on.
this year. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
that too.
we got guys who slept on. No one's talking about Sheldon Rankins. There's so many weird things going on where like people aren't getting talked about. But we've heard so many good things about Jermaine Burton. But Jermaine Burton's ceiling is such that he could have the impact like he was a top 5 pick.
Oh, absolutely. He could.
Like you see what Miami can do offensively because they've got Waddle and Hill. And it's interesting to me that we've got Chase Brown taking the majority of the snaps because of the speed. I'm like, So here's the thing: people are like, oh, Zach Taylor could never do what Mike McDaniel's did. Zach watches that tape. Like anybody who thinks he's not aware of everything going on, but never in a million years did I think, you know what, we've got the same speed. I hope we do that. No, I don't want to do that because we don't have the same speed. We got faster. Bengals fans, we got faster on offense. We're going to see a little bit of different stuff. And I'm excited. And I said that, and this person was like, I'm sorry, I'm superstitious. Like I can't even talk about it. and I'm talking. And this person's like, I've got goosebumps, stop. And I'm just talking like, you know what? 2021 was our Super Bowl win. It really was.
Stole it from us.
I could get absolutely flamed on Twitter for this take. We won that. I don't care. It was absolute a change in officiating. There's so many things missed that would have benefited us throughout the entire game. You could talk about the T touchdown, but when you look at the rule, forget all the ones they missed prior to, and maybe that was a makeup call. But per the rule, if it's a quick scrape, it's only going to get flagged when it's a grab and a yank. That's not the I'm sorry, rewrite the rule. If you got a problem with it, rewrite the rule. I would be upset with it too, and I'd be like, well, the rule sucks. That's what, because the referees at the end brought up the rule and it was called correctly. So people who cry about that, I'm sorry, it was called correctly. It's a crazy thing. We got hosed at the end. We got hosed all game. We could have been up by a couple of touchdowns if it would have been called fairly. It wasn't. But I'm like, you know what? That season felt so fairy tale. Would that have been Cincinnati?
No.
Would that have been my life? My life's not been a damn fairy tale. Holy cow. We're blessed with 13 tickets. I'm not going to get into right now. We'll talk about that on the next show. What I had to do to get to where there's no reason I should have been successful. There's no I was definitely not voted to be most successful in high school.
Well, you're gonna be voted fan of the year this year. Just putting that out there.
Well, I appreciate that. So it was
I'm speaking it into existence, Cap.
It was a long conversation to the impact that, you know what, it's a good reminder that we're not going to be given anything. No. We're not even going to have a fair fight. It's constantly Cincinnati against the world. So when we absolutely destroy whoever it is we play in the NFC this year in New Orleans and we hoist the Lombardi, I told this person, family of ownership, my middle fingers are going in the air. There you go.
Dude, that's the is we need to make this so we're so dominant, which I really do. I just got a feeling that we could be so the most dominating team this year that they can't stop us. That's the thing. We're so like Calvin here. We were talking at practice. So many weapons. If I get my mouse work. So many weapons, dude. We have so many offensive weapons. I mean, it's Zim and I have talked about this on the show before. And Zim's like, look, Ice, he goes, we scored 30 points a game. The defense matters. You score that much, the other team's got to catch you. And that's the thing is that's where I like it that Zach says that they're going to play a little bit in preseason. Because we got to get off to a good start. Get to a 3-0 start. A 3-2 start. Whatever. Get off to a good start and make them catch us. Make them come to the jungle and play every single home game. Because I'm telling you, Kansas City comes in here, they ain't winning in the AFC Championship game if it's played in Cincinnati again. Make it too big that they can't stop us. And we have so many weapons. Anyway, Cap, you want to get through some of the comments? Go for it. Who you got?
Yes, sir.
I'll try to find it. Pop them up.
So, Crypt, I don't think it's going to be too tangy because they're the same flavor. CD's, I'm trying to mirror CD's nuts after the Dillinator. So, whether it's you're into the, if you feel like meat, you feel like nuts, whatever, it's going to taste the same.
Did you say you like meat and nuts? Is that what you said? You combine meat with your nuts?
Like you're ruining the effect of me not smiling while I said that. Let's see. Yep. People are confused about what Chase is doing, waiting for Lamb. I don't know. I feel like it is just. I've got a feeling it's guarantees. I really do. I feel like it's guarantees. So, hey. I don't think it's one of those where he's pouting. People call it like a hold in. I know because this isn't going to do anything. They're already working. They're trying. It might not happen. Chase is going to stay a Bengal because they're going to get a deal done. He's going to get paid more.
He's going to be a Bengal for life.
Yeah.
Chase is going to be a Bengal for life. Him and Joe Burrow are going to have their stripes on until they don't want to have them on anymore.
Exactly. Chris, I got your message, Chris, and you reminded me you're from the show. So yes, I recognize the name too. Houday, go to the first Bengals home game. Hey, everybody, find Chris on Twitter or while we're here in chat, give him recommendations on pregame. Lot 1, I'm there a lot. I'm excited to hear about what Moreline has because, hey, you can spend a lot of money. You want to contribute to a tailgate, there's a lot of money you can spend by bringing beer, bringing this, bringing that. You got to haul it all around. You've got whatever else. You pitch in here and there. You buy some food, whatever, at the stadium, which kind of benefits the team. But if you look, it's not the biggest benefit. So, hey, Austin Moreline, some money. Like, it actually sounds like a pretty good value, regardless of that price. The sticker shock.
We haven't announced the price yet, so.
But when you look at the value behind it, from what I've heard, hey, that might be a thing.
And there are
things
and proceeds. We are helping charities out too, so it's not everything's going. But I mean, somebody's got to pay for the food.
But Chris, first Bengals home game, you're more than welcome to come in early with me and the wife and anybody else. We get in about 2 hours early. We go to South End Zone. We're sitting there. I've heard that we're still going to have players tossing footballs to fans. So, that's going to be a tradition. Joe Mixon started, doing really well. It's going to continue. So, yeah, there's fun. We'll keep talking about that online there.
Mark says we get the 1 seed. They'll move the AFC Championship game to a neutral site.
God, you know what?
It's funny, but I put it past them.
Exactly. Let's see. Keith, remember this, Cap? Sounds a lot like when you debate someone. As soon as the accusations of name calling starts, you won because they have no accomplishments. Yes, I appreciate that. It's funny. I won't go into details there, but some of the people that I know have said things like. They weren't around. They weren't around for some of the charity events. They were nowhere to be found, but I'm not going to call that out. It's just, it gets taxing. Like if you all call me out, here's my pack. You've seen me do this, but if I ever change, if I ever get too big and I am not trying to help people get the best experience that they have, call me out.
Because I think Houday will take care of that too.
I think so too. But seriously, hey, what if we both get too big? Again, I can't see it because
I hope I don't.
I will remind everyone. We got a lot of faces out there. We got a lot of stuff, a lot of shows, a lot of this, a lot of that. I'm the only one without merch. I'm the only one without like logos on stuff. And I'm not saying, hey, Houday Baby's got some merch. Jeff is trying to have an actual show. Like, he went to school for this. So I'm not saying any of that's bad.
Oh, I know.
I've had people though accuse me of, oh well, social media this or merch that. I'm like, I don't have any of
You
it.
don't have any merch.
I don't have a show. I quit my show. I gave up my show just because I'm like, why am I doing this? There's so many good shows out there.
And plus, you can hang out with me all the time.
Exactly. I support you. So thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. Paul Painter, if Chase going to play slot at all, he's got to get reps with Joe. So I feel like he had enough reps in the slot with Joe prior, and I feel like their communication is good enough. I agree with you, and they've got to. Like, they can't go the whole preseason without reps. It can't happen.
No,
but I think a week or two.
Oh yeah. It's the beginning of August. It's not that. I mean, if we get to the end of August and he still hasn't participated in practice, then I'll get worried about it. Now,
Yeah, but I can't imagine that happening.
No, I don't think he's going to either. I think
William Wilson, Joe Burrow's really locked in. Can't wait for football season. Same, absolutely. I'm super excited about this one. Let's see. Where did I saw something about asking about the badges.
Oh, the streak badges. They asked how we like the streak badges. I remember that comment. I don't know who put it up there.
Oh, Chris, like you guys gonna love my Bengals war hat. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. We got the Corey Dillon question. Yep. T. Brookie again. Yes, James Brooks, absolutely amazing. Crypt little Goodberry information there. Like, I get it. I had the same. I had the same. But you know what? There's layers. Goodberry has layers, and
he's like an onion.
I consider him an asset to the fan base. Some people need to just see like where he's coming from, and it's not where I'm coming from. And that's good. I have learned.
Everybody's allowed to have their own opinion.
We need that.
Yeah.
Michael Nunes fan.
Yeah. How you guys feel about the
I like Zim and the streak badges. Hey, I think it's cool. Now I'm going to suggest. I've already written up what I'm going to say, but I haven't said it yet. I want pins or jewelry or something.
Yeah.
I want to that would be sweet. Now, granted, I got a suit, so it kind of fits.
Yeah.
But could I do the faux military stuff with the buttons and stuff, but I could do that with like the streak pins and stuff.
Yeah,
that would be sweet.
Yeah.
I got to admit,
Captain,
the people with the white badges, the been here day ones.
Yeah.
They need to send them diamond emblems.
Something big.
That is the coolest thing. I am so jealous. I'm not old enough to have that. Which again, hey, I've gotten some wild DMs over that. I love seeing all the numbers. And tonight, hopefully I have time, I'm going to call out some of the numbers we're missing and see who has what. But, some people are posting streak badges that aren't under their name. I get it. No one's out there getting Bengal season tickets at 10 years old. I get it. But, hey.
My streak isn't that long, so I couldn't afford tickets up until a couple years ago.
Dude, being there is just great. Like,
I love
you can't have a streak unless you get started. So everybody who's gotten started, awesome. Everyone who's waiting, time's coming. Everyone who can't, I've been there. I pray for everybody listening who cannot afford season tickets. I pray for good things for you, and you just get money you don't need, and you can apply it to season tickets, and you come have a blast with us.
Exactly. Speaking of that, Michael wants to know, are we going to any away games? I am going to go to the Giants game. I got that one. That one's in the works. I've never been to New York ever, so I want to go. So that's one I am working on plans for going to that one. Other than that, I don't know. You got a couple of you're going to.
Dallas, maybe KC, but man, I really hate KC. Because it's a crap field. You've got hay flying around everywhere. It's in the middle of nowhere, so getting out is an absolute nightmare.
Oh, it's pain in the ass.
They don't have basic transportation to get you in and out of the stadium.
Well,
it's a disaster.
There's nothing around the stadium.
I heard it'd be cool to stay in the hotel across the stadium, so your mile walk uphill, at least you could just walk to your hotel. But people told me they saw bugs in the rooms, more than one person. I'm like, okay,
never mind. I'm out.
Yeah, Casey kind of sucks, but we might. But definitely Dallas, definitely Tennessee, definitely Carolina. I love I love the barbecue in Carolina better than Casey.
Shots fired! You heard it here first, KC fans. Cap hates your barbecue. He likes Carolina better.
I didn't say that. It was good. I had some good barbecue, but man, we ate well when we played the Panthers last time. I loved it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And it's drivable. I love the drivable stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's why Tennessee's so freaking easy to go to and fun. It's only 4 hours straight down 75. You're there, or not 75, but 75 to whatever that is. But yeah, I bet we did Tennessee. I didn't go last year. Last year was the first year that I didn't go to Tennessee, but we went to the 2 years prior to that, including the playoff game, which was awesome. And I was standing in the end zone where Shooter kicked the game-winning field goal to send the Bengals to the AFC Championship game. That was cool.
Oh,
that was awesome. I'll never forget that. So the thing is, whenever me and Maddie go to a Tennessee game, Bengals Tennessee game, we stand in the same spot. Like we both every time we stood there, we've won. So I'm a little stitches. I'm not really superstitious, but I'm a little stitches.
Stone. CD was better than Falk, in my opinion. Falk was just on a better team, exactly, and that's why CD's getting in.
Yep, exactly.
Brad, what do you guys think about Burton displaying Ocho Cinco's jersey in his locker? I'm really behind. I had a crazy weekend. I still need to talk about that.
Yeah,
I will. So I got to catch up, but that's awesome, and hopefully he's trying to emulate Chad and hooks up with Chad and learns some of the footwork because he's already got the hands. Mm-hmm. He's got some speed. He's a good route runner, but man, if he gets Chad Johnson, good route runner, woo, yeah, I can't wait for that. Anthony, I appreciate you. You sent me a message as if I don't know, as if I haven't hugged you before.
I don't know who you
are,
my
dude. I know who you are, friend. Yes, sir.
He's my friend.
I got to answer that question. But what truly goes into the selection process once you're eligible for the Hall? Can either shed light, dude. I'll be honest. I'll cut it short. Maybe we'll talk about it another time and bring in some experts because we know nice. Some.
Yeah.
It's a lot of politics. Now, if you're a shoo-in, which really should have been a shoo-in.
Should have, yeah.
But if you're a shoo-in and a popular name and either associated with a popular team or in the media, like some Browns offensive linemen recently, then you're going to get all the talk, and then boom, you're going to get in. Mm-hmm. But for everybody else, it's like you've got to wheel and deal. And I'm telling you, there have been groups of people, there have been tons of fans. I'm hoping we're going to be that this year, writing letters, letting these voters know, hey, I appreciate you. Just please give consideration, extra time. Here are the bullet point list of why. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to be able to shout you out. I want to be able to look to you for giving my hero his rightful place in Canton. Something to that effect.
We need something for everybody. We don't need to put it on Twitter, but everybody like an email list of people that for fans.
Maybe
you can send them the link to what you're talking about.
Maybe we can work on a secret website.
Yeah, that's just
what password only, like Beer Fest. What's the password?
Exactly.
Let's see. Anderson stats, virtually identical. Dan Fouts, exactly. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. We have weapons. Yep. Berkey. Everybody, shout out to chat, carrying stuff. Calvin Hall, the Houday. Always love Houdays. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Dalton, how do you vote for Captain Fan of the Year? I appreciate you.
Write letters. Write letters.
I feel like...
write a letter to Mike Brown.
Write a letter
to Mike Brown.
Phil's wife wrote to Mike Brown and got Phil.
Got him in. Write a letter to Mike Brown. Everybody who
I'll just say
agrees with me. And what's Cap is Fan of the Year? Write a letter to Mike Brown explaining why and why he's your nominee, and send it in.
I did not put him up to this, y'all, but I appreciate the hell of it. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
But yeah, there's going to be the links sent out here on social media shortly.
There you go. Michael's down.
Um,
He said, Cap, you're getting fan of the year this year. I'm writing a letter to Mike Brown tonight for you. There you go,
man,
Michael.
y'all are the best.
Everybody, look. We got 215 people watching this show right now. And if all 215 of you write a letter to Mike Brown at Paycor Stadium nominating this dude right here, who's a really good guy and a huge Bengal fan and does a whole bunch of shit for charity, and not everybody knows about it. Write Mike Brown a letter tonight nominating Bengals captain for fan of the year. Please, I'd appreciate it. And no, he's not putting me up to this. I'm just
y'all are the best. I love y'all. Lamb got a deal today. I did not see that. So
that must happen while we were on the air.
I really got to check up. Let's see. Joe Burrow's going to show the whole NFL who he is. William Wilson's got a lot of good comments. I appreciate you. Brad reminded everybody, hit the like for the show.
Yes.
Likes and subscribers. That help Jeff have better shows. Eventually, he could maybe pay somebody and not have the low end free talent on with him.
I like the low end free talent. They're my favorite. I'm a low end free talent. So, hey, so before we we're an hour into this. Tell everybody what happened this weekend. What you were doing.
All right, real quick. Mark Young agrees. North Carolina better barbecue. So listen, he's there and he can speak to it. Yep. So. Absolutely. Tony Blaze, glad we don't have to play Philly in their stadium. Yeah. So I know some Philly fans, but I'm telling you, I'm going to go one day. But when I go, I'm going in with my Philly friends because I don't know that I'll make it out with a jacket.
You might not. You might not.
So, Village Marici.
Yeah.
The reason why you're going to see me post about this, and man, I'm cursed with a memory. I remember exactly who threw out the shade, and it was directed toward me, acting like I'm new around here. And I'm like, I wanted to say, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'm like, bro, I was here way before the costume. Like I get some hate because of the costume, but like again, I'll pull up the passes like all the way dating down to anyway. So I am going to speak publicly about this though, because it is great. I don't have a Cincy hat by me.
You don't?
This is crazy.
What is wrong with you?
Exactly. They're all
mine are all hanging up behind me.
The white and black I thought matched the Two Friends Golf.
I like that shirt, by the way.
White out. Oh yeah. Phil's got the orange and the white. But when they had the white, I'm like, all right, this might be what I wear for Corey Dillon, Ring of Honor. Well, who knows? Anyway. So Cincy hat, it's great to support Cincy hat by buying hats because they're fire hats. Then not only is it a portion goes toward, but you're advertising for them. And I've had a lot of conversations. People like, where's that? Where do you get that hat? Where do you get that hat? After Red's opening day, somebody come over and I happen to have an extra one. I'm like, here's my gift. As long as you promise to go buy more from the website. Right. And then he actually ended up walking over and showing me he bought a bunch more. Like, there we go. So it's great advertising. It's amazing to hear guys like Matt. Matt has spoken about what the Village of Marici, and for anybody that doesn't know, Village of Marici provides, housing and services for adults with various different disabilities so they can live independently the way they want to, live a full life. Matt's told a story of, I'll never forget it. Apparently it was a parent talking, and, the parent was in tears, like, we have a special needs child and they're haunted worrying about what happens when the parent dies.
Yep.
Who is going to take care of my child? And like that brought me to tears. I'm like, I've never thought about that. And part of my getting older is meeting new people and experiencing new things and then having empathy for situations that I've never had to worry about. It's another step to go. So send them money, send them all the money because they use money to provide amazing housing. But if you can go also, or maybe you don't have money, but you're going to be around Indianapolis for some reason, go volunteer at Village Marici. The staff's amazing. So we go there, and It is almost like you see all these fancy like row house type stuff pop up, all these neighborhoods. They got a little
Right.
bar area, you know.
Right.
That's what it felt like, because you go in and like, this isn't all Village, is it? You know, all these similar buildings, and it wasn't. But some of them, other people living there just having fun.
Mhm.
Some of them, like dentist office inside one of the buildings, blah blah blah. Like it's a whole community, like these places do.
That's cool.
So we pull in, and somebody's having a concert, and it's like the full like lifestyle communities or wherever
Yeah.
you are, that develop this stuff, and these residents could, go over and enjoy the concert. So it's
That's
a
awesome.
great area. Like it's not just one apartment building for them.
Right.
They're integrated into a bigger thing.
Right.
I don't know.
It's just not a building out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. They
Yeah,
actually have a community and places to go and different things.
I don't know if it was planned that way or if
Yeah.
it just happened, but it's perfect.
Right. Mhm.
So we're driving in, and I'm like, somebody's walking with a friend. I'm like, is that Steve, the governor? So anybody has seen the video. Teddy was with him on a tour talking about everything in one of the videos, and he's a rock star. I'm like, I was super bummed. I'm like, Teddy better be there. So we volunteered to do karaoke.
Uh-huh.
I cannot sing. The
Dude, that was
only
awesome.
time that I have sang karaoke, and I'm not even kidding. You can ask my wife. Vegas, Hammered, and they cut my mic.
Hammered.
All I remember is I was yelling, "Baby, you the best! Baby, you the best!" so loud. They cut my mic, and we were on the Strip. We were outside, and they cut my mic.
Is there video of this?
She laughed. So I was nervous. I'm not even kidding. I was sweating bullets. I'm like, man, I was going to do a paint night because I paint, and no, they'd have fun karaoke. I'm like, you know what? Whatever they want, I'm down.
Mhm.
So I brought the suit just to show immediately, just to introduce myself. Like, here's how I know Ted.
Yeah.
I dress up. They thought it was cool, so they wanted pictures, and I thought that was cool. And of course, Steve was there.
Mhm.
A lot of people from the video was there. A lot of people, and a whole range of people with different disabilities. I got to know a lot of people. They were excited. We're all talking. We're just like almost cafeteria style seating. I just sit down, and we had some pizza brought in, Marco's Pizza, and I'm just talking to everybody, and I had some great conversations. Learned about they just had a prom a little while ago, and I was told I got to come to prom. I'm like, I'm going to prom then next year. Like
Awesome.
that just sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And thankfully, Jess kicks off with some of the singing, and Steve wants to sing with me. Steve, you bet. Dying inside. You bet, buddy. Let me tell you what. Steve, I want to read Steve's book one day, because he had me. Give me in chat. Who knows Peaches and Herb? The band Peaches and Herb.
I don't even know them. Peaches and Herb.
Dude, look it up. We're dating. I'm like, Steve, like, where is this coming from? He's like an encyclopedia of music history. And I can't even, like, I'm not that good, but some of the older, Reunited. Keith Sound. Thank you, because I wasn't going to remember it.
Reunited.
So that was one of the songs,
so
dude.
I know the song. Okay.
I can't sing. Steve's looking at me. I'm looking at Steve. We're singing Reunited, and it feels so good. Bro, I was almost in tears. Steve was loving it. I am like there's some weird instrumental breaks, and I'm talking to everybody like, I don't know what Steve wrote me into. I'm having a blast with Steve. Steve, come on, man. It was so much fun. So Steve said, hey, I got to show you my apartment, and I've got a surprise for you.
Ooh.
I'm like, hey, the volunteer there, I'm like, Steve's going to show me an apartment, all that cool. Like, we go up there. Steve has so the elevators are cool. The hallways are cool. The apartment is amazing. I'm like, I would have totally lived here as a bachelor. Steve has a Knight Rider poster over his kitchen sink. I told him,
Yes,
that is
that's
the most
awesome.
guy thing ever.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm going to get a Knight Rider poster over my kitchen sink now, and Hubei is just going to have to live with it because it's badass.
It's badass.
His surprise was, and he's got this gigantic Ted Karras jersey with a whole bunch set, over. He's got the coolest pad, and he's like, "I want you to leave my sister a voice message." That was my surprise. I'm surprised, all right. So he tells his sister. And he said, I'm like, you got to introduce, you got to say something.
So who you are first.
So, and then I'm like, hey, you don't know me. They call me Bengals Captain. We're out here doing karaoke.
You were so uncomfortable doing this. I could totally see you doing it. Go ahead, keep going.
But honestly, Steve made everything normal.
That's good.
That was the
That's
blast.
Good.
I was terrified to sing. Steve made everything normal. Steve was fearless. He just wanted to go party.
Yeah.
So we partied. I left that message. Steve's having a great time. He's a killer singer. He's making me sing stuff that I've never heard of in my life. He's making me break out of my shell. I appreciate him for this. Have fun. We're going to go have fun. Nice talking with you. I handed the phone back. We went back down. We started singing some more. It was fantastic. And it really hit home for me. And why I'm going to talk about it on social media is you see the hats, you hear about what they do. It sounds good. I want to support adults with disabilities. It sounds good.
Absolutely.
You sit there and you talk to these people. I made friends. Mm-hmm. And it hit me. If it weren't for the village, where would they be?
Right.
There's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
Your parent, so often parents raise, depending on severity, parents raise, and then when the parents are gone, it's then nursing home. There's no in between. I met people who might have difficulty making decisions at a grocery store, mm-hmm. and everything else, hold a job, mm-hmm. drive to work, cook. But in a decision of buying food, there's a debilitating issue stopping them from that step. What do you do?
Right.
Nursing home? Your choice is hope parents live forever, and then I don't want to call nursing home solitary confinement, but it's just
you don't want to. Who wants to live there? I mean, old people.
So
don't want
now
to live there.
They've got hey, Steve just took me up his apartment. I'm like, I don't know. Does he need an Xbox? Next time, do I bring, gift him an Xbox? We play, Madden. I don't know.
I would think I'll talk for Steve. I think Steve would say yes.
I'll learn. He might not like it. Whatever. We talked about something, and he's like, no, I don't know about that. I was like, oh, football cards. I'm going to send him some football cards.
Oh, cool.
And because they like the Bengals, they watch the Bengals. They're also Colts fans, but because of Teddy, they like the Bengals. So I'm going to send him some Bengal stuff,
go.
Reel him in. And I asked about and
reel him in, Cap. Reel him in.
It sounds like he's never traded football cards. So
really?
Not only am I going to send him some cards I've got, but I'm going to try to send some packs that everybody can open for anybody who's never opened football cards. I'm like,
that's cool.
Again, taken for granted. How I've lived is how everyone else has lived. No. So I hopefully will get to give him another new experience in life, and I hopefully get to take care of his card. So it was an amazing reminder that some of the stuff that I worry about and I'm concerned about and that hurt me doesn't matter.
Nope. There are a lot of bigger problems in this world.
I made good friends. I got to see good people having great lives, and I got to see firsthand what the Village of Marici does and why Ted cares so much about it, why Matt works so hard with Cincy Hat. Mm-hmm. And they're amazing. It would break my heart to know that a place like that doesn't exist. And honestly, we need more places like that because we've got a lot of adults.
You took the words out of my head. We need more places like this because, like you said, it's these. I mean, 90% of the time, kids outlive your parents. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but most of the time, kids outlive your parents. And if their parents pass away, and there's no place for the kids to go. And they, like you said, you don't want them going to a nursing home. You want them to go to places like this. And the thing that's cool about places like this is that gives them the confidence that I'm independent. Like he wanted to go show you his apartment. He wanted to go show you the Knight Rider poster. He wanted to go like they are proud of
It was
what
a cool
they
Knight
have.
Rider poster too.
Yeah, but they're proud of what they have. Like, look, this is my place. This is mine. You know, it's not my parents. It's mine. And that's what's cool about it, because I've never been there, but I've just seen different videos that Ted and Matt have done there. And that's just, what, like, dude, when you get your own place, no matter apartment, house, whatever, you have pride in your own place. It's yours. And some of those people probably, they thought they would never get that. And Ted and the Village Marici, they provide that. That right there is just freaking awesome.
Yeah. I loved it. It was a great experience. Recommend anybody. It's only from Columbus. It was only 2.5 hours drive, and we're going to plan on doing it quarterly. So hey,
well, let me know next time you guys are going. I would love to tag along next time for sure.
Anybody else that would want to tag along? Like heck, we could figure something out. Make a weekend of it. Make a day of it. Do different stuff. Just hang out. There's some. Hey, I'm cybersecurity. I'm a geek, so some of the technology there, I'm like, let's talk. So I'm probably
I can fix that. I can fix that.
I'm gonna swap out some stuff, upgrade a few things, So hey, maybe they got a garden outside the multi-purpose room and things like that. They named off a couple of their favorite pizzas. We had Marco's, but they were saying, and I wrote it down somewhere, but there were two hot spots in Indy that's like the best pizza. I'm like, well, next time I'm driving by there first. Yeah, they're getting the best pizza they want. So whatever. Exactly. So thank you all for listening. If you feel good about it, hey, go to Cincy Hat. There's a little donation part. You don't have to buy a hat. You kick them $5, kick them $1, kick them
anything helps. Anything helps.
Anything helps. But hey, next time
not people tell me so. Also, I was like, well, I can't really afford to just do what you can. That's all that really matters. I mean, I can't always afford to do everything I want to do.
I don't know why, and I love you all. I don't know why, but I've got 43,000 followers. If everybody donated $1,
that'd be awesome.
Holy cow! Just $1.
Just $1.
Yeah. Heaven forbid, $5.
I mean, we got 213 people watching right now. If everybody on the stream goes and donates $1, that's $213.
Yeah, $200 is a couple of pizza parties.
Yeah.
Think about it like that. Like, hey, they're there, and I'm telling you, they know how to have a good time.
They like to party, baby.
So, the one dude was dancing. They did New Kids on the Block. My wife loves it. He had the dances down. He had the dances down. I'm like, there we go. He didn't sing as much. He was the dancer. And I'm like, bro knows his lane, and he does it very, very well. It was so much fun.
That's awesome, Cap. That's awesome.
Rebecca, Steve had swag. I absolutely agree. Yep. Paul said apparently Cap is Herb. I know Keith asked who was Peaches, who was. I don't know. I've heard of them. I've heard the song. Dude,
I know the song. I never knew who the group was.
Dude, and one of the songs, there were so many very long instrumental breaks, which was super awkward for me, and I just talked. I talked to the crowd. So, hey, I am an introvert. I grew up an introvert. There was a time I did not.
I have never been an introvert in my entire life.
There was a time I did not have a lot of friends. What you see, the outward, is how I cope with that person that wants to just stay in the corner. So sometimes it gets weird with me and how I react. I'll tell you why. But I'm a hugger. Jeff, honestly, I owe Jeff everything, because I feel like my ability to speak on camera or speak in public has improved because I've had to speak off the cuff with him.
Yeah,
I can remember my first stumbling over and like.
Well, I remember the first time I had you on. It was on Super the Bengals Super Fans. I had you, Hube, Bengalorian, and Arrow, and then next time I'm like, hey, you want to come back on again? Do you want me to wear the suit? Like, dude, you don't have to wear the suit. Like, I don't care. Just come on and talk. That's it.
Appreciate that.
And that was 4 years ago, I think. Something like that. Oh, it's been a
long
while.
time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Rebecca says they're also looking for some volunteers running the event booth.
There you go.
There we go.
Go there and volunteer.
Brad got here late. Already gave his opinion on the Chase situation. Yeah,
Just go back and rewind it and watch it. That's the you can say it.
And I can say quickly, I'm not worried. He might not be practicing for a little while, but he's going to be ready to go day one, game one, 200 yards, 200 plus. Hammer the over if you're a betting man. I'm telling you, 200 plus.
There you go.
He's fine. It's not ideal, but
when is contract negotiation ever ideal?
Exactly. It's going to happen. It's happened before. It's going to happen again.
Yeah,
it could be far worse.
I mean,
he could be actively asking for trades and all that. That's not happening.
No.
We'll be fine. And I do believe he's going to make more money as a result. He's going to have his best year yet this year, which is going to be tough because T is going to be fighting. Mm-hmm. Jermaine's going to be fighting. Mm-hmm. Yoshi's going to be we got too many weapons. Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
It's ours.
Cap, on that note, I'm going to let you go, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you for running over and let me talk about Village Marici.
Hey, no problem, dude. Anytime. Like I said, I love the place. I think they do an awesome job. So they're going to be part of our tailgate for at least one of our tailgates this year. That Ted is going to show up on a Tuesday. I don't know what dates or any of that stuff, but they are going to be a part of this somehow. So. Anyway, that's to come up here. Like I said, I got so much information I can't tell you guys yet. I want to, but Cap, I appreciate you coming on, dude. We'll see you next Monday. Unless I get somebody cool in here, maybe I'll have you back on this week, but for sure next Monday.
Hooday,
brother. See ya. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I should go out and help the village of Marici. It's a great fan. Just go. Look at that. I got how many we got? 218 people watching right now. All of you, go to the Village of Marici. Donate $1. That's it. It's $219, $218. That helps. Every little bit helps. So go do that now. So, and that Cap is gone. Go write Mike Brown and tell him to vote for Bengals Captain. Your vote is for Bengals Captain Fan of the Year. So, anyway, just putting that out there. Cap is gone now. He doesn't know I'm doing it. But thanks for watching. I've been live streaming on ZTV Online, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch. You can follow me on all those, along with Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And like I was just talking about, I'm going to have my own tailgate. We got a sponsor and everything. I just can't say anything about it yet. But yeah, it's going to be at the Boylan Lager House each and every Bengals home game. Some people ask, is that just on Sunday? No, it's every Bengals home game. We're doing a tailgate. I don't think we're doing it for the preseason, though. I think it's just for the beginning of the season. Either way, show up Moreline Lager House. There is going to be a fee involved. As soon as I can release the details, I will. But it is going to be an awesome time. It's going to be right there. If you guys have ever been in the Moreline House, if you know where the bar is, I will take myself, put me on camera here. So the bar is here, and then you got the restaurant here, and then you got the beer garden on this side. So it's the one over there. That's where the tailgate's going to be at in the beer garden. But you have delicious wine food, delicious wine beer. And you'll have access to their bourbon room. And like I said, we're going to have former Bengal players there, and I'm going to be doing a show on Tuesdays live at the Moreline House, Lager House. It's going to be a lot of fun. I got so much other stuff that I cannot freaking wait to tell you guys. It is killing me that I can't say anything, but I'm not allowed yet. So just stay tuned. As soon as I'm allowed to tell everybody everything, I will tell you. I will gladly tell you. But between now and then, go check out Moreline Lager House for some good beer and some food. Also, if you guys, it is Wing Month, or Wing Week. Go out to Midwest Best Barbecue. Get you some Dillon wings, some CTB wings, some Uno wings. They got the G-Funk. They also get Grippo wings. Dude, there's so many good wings there. Go out there, tell Tim and Nicole I sent you, and enjoy some delicious chicken wings from Midwest Best Barbecue. And also, if you guys look for windows and doors, check out Meyer Windows and Doors at www.meyercincinnati.com for all your window and door needs. Also, go check out Hail Mary's, my West Side peeps. Hey, if you're not on the West Side, you're just like a cool bar to go to, I highly recommend Hail Mary's, your ticket to game, right in the heart of Cheviot, Ohio. They have free parking right across the street. They have beer specials. They have food trucks there. It is an awesome place. Please go check out Hail Mary's, your ticket to the game. Other than that, guys, I think I'll see you tomorrow. I've been really busy with a lot of stuff going on, so I haven't really scheduled anybody for tomorrow. So keep a lookout for the social media, Facebook, all that stuff on when the show will be. I got some feelers out there for some really cool guests that could come in, and they could not come in. So I don't know what's going on, but I should be back tomorrow, live at 5:30. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. It's football season. I love it. And that's just sports, baby. See ya!